My wife told me go make that bread. So I said,
let's make some dough this sour. It takes water, it takes flour, but not work. And mix it with your hand. Let it stand on that counter 48 hours. Let it work. Now you got some bubbles. Don't you worry, that's not trouble. That's just what it looks like when it works. Maybe you'll see an secretion on that surface. There's a reason it needs feeding just to work. So add some water, add some flour, keep repeating for a week and you'll be breathing something sour, cause it works. And once it's living, it's forgiving, let it chill. Refrigerating when you need it, then you feed it, let it eat and it'll be resuscitating, it'll work. Woo! That heart is beating, you see, that starter breathing. It's really fiending for some water. Just make sure the temperature is slightly hotter than what your epidermis at. About 100 on the thermostat is perfect for that bacteria to work. And now it's floating, add some flour, get it going till it's dough, and take some selfies just for fun. That's turn one, time for two, add some salt, mix it through. Let it rest, pretty soon we baking bread, but right now we let it work. That mother floating's just a glutton for some gluten, and the proof is in the proofing. Once it's doubled up in size, finally time to exercise. Punch it down, stretch it out, you've been eating a workout that actually works. Follow the steps outlined ahead, you'll be making perfect bread. Throw me a like, be my friend, I'd be lying if I said this vignette didn't take a lot of work.
preheating your pan in the oven. This one little step is responsible for the two most important parts of a loaf of bread: the flavor and the texture. And the chew. I guess three most important parts, but chew is texture. So we preheat that in the oven, it gets nice and hot. We put the dough in there, the dough hits the hot pan, and immediately the proteins start to cook and brown. We call this the Maillard reaction. But also the sugars start to caramelize. So it gives you that nice, crunchy, flavorful crust just by getting this hot ahead of time. But also, we will spray the loaf of bread with some water. And when we do that, it will create moisture, but it will also create steam. And we will help steam the inside of the loaf of bread, which helps give you that really nice chew. So this one little thing, sticking it in the oven ahead of time and letting it get hot, is responsible for, the two or three most important parts of the entire loaf of bread. In other words, the heat creates that crunchy crust you love so much by cooking up the sugars and proteins, and also makes that chewy texture when it turns water into steam. Not water into wine, but have a glass or a dozen, you've got time, and the oven's doing all the work.